Hey, a big thank you for visiting your financial empowering channel, Quenching Your Thirst with Willis Nyakundi. If you're new here, we will really appreciate you subscribing to keep us growing. Now, on today's topic, we have our financial advisor, Lucy Sagwe, who delves into legal measures you need to arm yourself before you embrace a financial investment. And here we go. What are these legal factors and how important are they before one invests in an institution?
The first one, we are looking at the registration of this particular financial institution. Is it a registered company? Is it a registered entity? Any type of financial institution you're planning to invest in. So check on its registration, which is very key. So in terms of registration, also look at, is it listed with the regulatory authorities in a particular country? For example, if you're dealing with banks, look at the microfinance also. Look at, are they registered with the Central Bank of Kenya? Do they have any relationship with the Central Bank of Kenya? Because currently we have different or a variety of microfinance coming up. People invest, they put in a lot of funds, and then within a short period, you find that people are complaining that these microfinance or these financial institutions have closed down. The second legal factor you have to consider, look at their documents. You have to do like vetting, proper vetting. Look at, do they have legal document? For example, if it is a license, is it a license that is valid? Because you can have people having license that maybe you get from a back door, or you get someone getting a fake license. So look at their documents, look at their license, and be sure that whatever type of license that they have is valid. Look at the duration of this particular license. Maybe it is a license that has been given for 6 months. It's like a probation, and then that after vetting, you find that they don't meet the requirement. So what happens to the investors? They're likely to run at a loss. Look at the documents of the people in charge of the management. So we normally have the board of trustees. We normally have the board of directors. So look at the structure. Look at the structure of this particular institution. Look at the documents of these people. Are they people who are recognized, or they are just people who have come up with something we call like a scam, to scam people, and at the end of the day, they are likely to run away and leave the investors stranded. So you have to check on all these documents to ensure that you don't run at a loss, or you don't make a decision that will make you regret or run into depression. You have to look at the insurance. Look at whether this particular financial institution has an insurance. So we have some financial institutions, they want people to invest, but they don't have insurance for their business. Because at the end of the day, what happens that if they don't have insurance for this particular business, in case they are going to run at a loss, no one is going to get a compensation. So make sure this type of institution you are investing in has insurance for their business. Then next, you have to look at their agreements. For every institution, you have to look at whether they have an agreement for the type of information that they need. For example, if you are signing in as an investor, you have to have a form, an agreement form, which determines that what are the terms and conditions of engagement. So when you have the terms and conditions of engagement through an agreement, this is a tangible evidence that in case of anything, or this particular financial institution is running bankrupt, at least they should have this particular agreement to protect you and to protect your investment. You have to also check on their reports. You have to check on their reports, the reports relating to this particular institution. So the first one, you can have the director's report. You need to do an analysis of what we call the director's report. So when you do an analysis of the director's report, you will be in a position to understand the qualification, the vision, the mission of these directors, and what are their terms and conditions for running this particular financial institution, so that you'll be able to understand. Then next, you have to check on their financial reports. When you talk about the financial reports, you look at the audited financial reports that are published for in the public domain, and also we also have them in their records, so that you'll be able to understand, do these people have structures in terms of financial reports and the auditors, the director's report, for you to make a conclusion on what are you supposed to do in terms of making the financial decision relating to this particular financial institution. Most of the people ignore these legal factors, which are very key for any financial decision you'd like to make. Do an analysis, do a critical analysis to understand whether this particular financial institution has all the legal factors, all the legal requirements that will qualify them to stand and protect your investment, so that also you'll have a return on your investment. Because when you're making an investment, you expect that you have a return on the investment within a short payback period. It's important that people should take into consideration and put a lot of weight to avoid moving into the wrong direction in terms of making financial decisions.
We believe the tips are as crucial as the interest and profit you intend to get when venturing into that financial plan you are thinking of. We sure have some more tips on financial preparations you need to have lined up in our next video. Feel free to comment, send your suggestions, and share the video. Thank you.